So,
what letter is this?
Q.
Q. This is indeed a Q.
All right, welcome to the Patriot Hour for March 26th. It's Tuesday morning here. We got some new QAnon, Q clearance, breadcrumbs, updates, drops to go over. Again, if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for joining us. We know your time is limited. Never take what we say here to be truth, to be word. We just collectively go over lots of different information, just like in the intelligence communities. You're going to look at hundreds of pieces of intel. A lot of it isn't going to pertain. A lot of it's going to be useless garbage. You need to put off over here, chew the meat, spit the bone out, all right? So you can never... We suggest you look at everything, read everything you can, but connect your own dots and put all the pieces together and come to the best conclusion that you can based off tons of different things. So listen to everybody, read everything you can, but believe none of it till you can verify it. All right, all the links will be down below. We appreciate it. We got some donations. The links are underneath for that, for the PayPal. The Patreon's down right now. Our Patreon has been banned. We are heavily shadow banned here on YouTube. We have been from the start. It's only gotten worse. YouTube has now deemed certain channels conspiracy, and if they've done that, you are not being put into the algorithm. We have definitely noticed that through the views, but you guys are still sharing. You're still watching. You're sharing. You're doing your part. We appreciate it. So whether you're sharing, donating to the channel, we appreciate it. God bless each and every one of you. All right, let's jump into these updates here. And again, if you're new, make sure you're subscribed. And down below in the link is a backup channel. We're thinking about going live later this afternoon, maybe at around noon, 1 o'clock. I'll record that from the Patriot Tech, which is our backup channel, and I'll bring it back over here to the Patriot Hour for you guys to enjoy later. Probably put it up for a 6 or 7 o'clock release later tonight. All right, let's jump in over here. Again, what is QAnon? If you're new to this, take a look around the channel. Got tons of videos. I think the one that's sitting up there is like the what's the channel about is a what is Q video. 3184 in the series. That's 3,184 drops since the beginning of all this. All right, Fox News uses a graphic posted by Q. Got this Dr. Benjamin Rush at Fox News just put this picture up. Following Q, are you? At Fox News. Got a Senator Jeff Merkel. Barr was handicapped. Congress voted 420-0 to release full Mueller report. Handpicked. Just tons of different people. Talking points. We are watching. We are awake. All right, you are the news now. So that was a alleged dark web child pornography facilitator extracted to the U.S. faces federal charges. This came yesterday at 5:42 p.m. on the 25th of March. This Twitter link here. Alleged dark web child pornography facilitator extradited to the United States to face. So this is right off the Justice Department's official verified account. Check that out for yourself. Again, this link will be down below. This one came, post 3186 came at 5:46 p.m. on the 25th, yesterday late afternoon. The Daily Beast, Anthony Camel Gambino, mob boss shooting suspect radicalized by QAnon far left sites. So Gambino, mob boss shooting suspect, was radicalized by QAnon far right, even Trump, lawyer says. An attorney for the Staten Island man accused of killing a reputed Gambino mob boss says a 24-year-old suspect was influenced by far-right internet rhetoric and radicalized by QAnon conspiracy theory and President Donald Trump. Anthony Camelo appeared in the St. George Criminal Court Monday and was arraigned on charges including murder, assault, and criminal possession of a weapon in connection with the March 13th shooting, death of Francisco Frankie Boy Cali outside of his home. While his client did not plead guilty to the crime, lawyer Robert Gottlieb cited other right-wing conspiracy websites' hate words that have been spewed by citizens, including politicians, including right at the White House. In court, Camelio displayed handwritten pro-Trump slogans on his palm, including the phrase MAGA forever, Make America Great Again, and Patriots in Charge. Camelio's reprimanded without bail. Gottlieb told the court Camelio's family and friends recognized and picked up on significant changes in him over the past few months. Something dramatically happened to him that certainly seems to have been affected by the hate spewed throughout the internet. It's the internet's fault. Sue them, right? When the constant barrage of fake news attacks fail, those who are the biggest threats. Nothing to see here. Number 2. Coming soon, Hoover Clinton's Foundation investigation and Horowitz FBI surveillance abuse report. Now, folks, I've been talking about this for a while. Hoover, Horowitz, their investigation has been being done perfectly quietly in the background. The Clinton investigation into the server, the Clinton Foundation investigation, the server. So we got to keep that in mind of what's yet to come. Now the fun begins, right? So at this Fox News article here, Trump allies await results of 2 internal probes that could expose Russia investigation. Backstory. Following the revelation of the special counsel Robert Mueller unearthed no evidence that President Trump or his campaign colluded with Russia to sway the 2016 election, Trump allies are awaiting now the results of 2 long-running internal probes that could expose the backstory behind the whole Russia probe's beginnings and provide more detail already documented misconduct among the top FBI and the DOJ officials. The DOJ Inspector General IG Michael Horowitz confirmed to a panel discussion last week that his office is continuing to review potential surveillance abuses by the FBI, a review that began last March that the Fox News is told nearing completion. Horowitz has previously found that senior FBI officials routinely leaked information without authorization to the media and also received improper gifts from reporters, including meals, sporting events tickets. Most notably, Horowitz found that the FBI's anti-Trump communications raised doubts as to the integrity of their work. Republicans, meanwhile, are increasingly looking for answers from the U.S. Attorney Utah John Huber, who was appointed a year ago by former Attorney General Jeff Sessions to review not only surveillance abuses by the FBI and DOJ, but also authorities' handling of the probe into the Clinton Foundation. Huber, Republicans have cautioned, has apparently made little progress and spoken to few key witnesses and whistleblowers. But in January, then acting Attorney General Matthew Whitaker reportedly indicated at a private meeting that Huber's work was continually apace. So, among the other primary looming questions that the IG said he will address and that Huber is expected to review, did the FBI follow all applicable legal requirements when FBI Lisa Page and then Deputy Director Andrew McCabe obtained a Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, FISA, warrant to surveil Trump aide Carter Page weeks before the 2016 presidential election by relying heavily on a dossier created by a firm working for Hillary Clinton and the Democratic National Committee. See, folks, like if you it's like if you have a missing person in your town, they've been missing for weeks, let's just say it's a female, and this girl hasn't been seen in a month, and maybe you're looking out your back window and you saw your neighbor dragging a body and burying it. That would be where you maybe call and say, I don't know, I saw some really weird, my neighbor was burying a body, which is outside of the norm. I would have called no matter what, but I also know about this story. So you call and you maybe report that. What you don't do is pay somebody to write a book on your neighbor to say that he might have done the body thing and then turn that over and just based off your, just to screw somebody over. And that's the difference with Hillary. It's like you're running for president. You got this other guy running. You actually fund somebody to write a book. Once they write you up something, they give it to you, and then you run to the FBI with that and be like, look at this. even though you paid somebody to write all that, and it all turned out to be fake and false. That should be a crime alone, folks. Just one little thing like that. So, all right, let's get back here. You guys can finish up that whole article. Again, that's 3187. That came at 6:21 last night. Got a couple more to get through here. This 3188 came at 6:23 p.m. yesterday evening on the 25th. Dig on Threat Knowledge Corp. HQ headquarters in McLean, VA. Owner Catherine Gorka, funded by MAGA Coalition. Countable data brief. This time it was owned by Catherine Gorka of the Threat Knowledge Group LLC. It was hosted by GoDaddy. MAGA Coalition, total 60, number of payments 3, first payment, last payment. Corporate information, 2550 Pine Hill Road, McLean, Virginia, United States. Repost all pics, another 60K recipient from MAGA Coalition. Website gone, however, look at who it was owned by. Pick related. Notice HQ City. All right, this is a John Solomon article. So polls show fake news coverage of the Russia collusion hoax impacted 50% of U.S. voters in 2018. 7:09 p.m. 25th. Trump-Russia collusion story did affect an American election. The one the Dems won in 2018. My latest column. So there you go. This whole thing, I was reading it earlier. Again, I'll leave that for you guys. What his report did find is that it impacted. Polls showed the impact of the Russia coverage on voters. About half of American voters declared they believed Trump or his aides had colluded with Russia somehow, even though they hadn't. So was that the whole point? John Solomon's latest Trump-Russia collusion story did affect an American election. The one the Dems won in 2018. My latest column. So, as much as they were thinking that Trump and Russia did something with 2016, their whole nonsensical bullshit story did affect an election, the one that we just went through in 2018, the midterms. So without the Mueller blockade shield, the deep state is vulnerable and exposed. Sarah Sanders, they literally accused the President of the United States of being an agent for a foreign government. That's equivalent to treason. That's punishable by death in this country. That's basically what she says. You got these people that colluded and slammed them. Without a blockade or a shield, they are left vulnerable, exposed. Justice Department sides with court ruling Obamacare is invalid. There's Trump painting America picture over Obama's. It's hilarious. That came at 10:13 p.m. last night, yesterday evening. And Coulter's phony. The Pentagon just authorized $1 billion for new wall construction. I was looking at that. They authorized breaking. The Pentagon has notified Congress that it has authorized a transfer of $1 billion to begin new wall construction along the U.S.-Mexico border. Q sent me. And then you got Ann Coulter here. See what she lies about. No collusion and no wall. I'd prefer collusion and a wall. There we go. Fake, fake, fake. Hashtag. Flags out. Have a great night. Picture of some American homes here with some flags out. Love of country. 10:23 p.m. yesterday evening. 3193 in the series, folks. That's 3,193. We're going to move up to 3194. Fake news media falsely claims we haven't built any new wall. Fake news media. And 3195. What is Ruth Bader Ginsburg's current state of health? Got a C-SPAN video here. Uh, 1956. I'm not gonna. hold on here. All right, so what is Ruth Bader Ginsburg's current state of health? All are pictures being avoided for a reason. Picks in / out of home, in out of cars equals easy. So the only pictures we're getting are like pictures of her coming in, out of the home, or in or out of vehicles. All right, that little court hearing thing, I don't know what it was going over. It was just having her talk in some kind of court hearing, and I don't know if that was recent or pre-recorded. It's saying March 20th, Flowers versus Mississippi oral argument. The Supreme Court heard oral argument for Flowers versus Mississippi in a case on racial bias in a jury selection. Curtis Flowers, an African-American Mississippi death row inmate, was sentenced to death for killing 4 people in Winona furniture store in 96. He had 6 trials, and 2 of them were declared mistrials because the juries could not reach an unanimous verdict. Flowers' legal team has constitutionally concerns with the district attorney, who has tried each of the cases and the use of his strikes during the jury selection process to remove potential jurors who were black. Under the Supreme Court's 1986 ruling in Batson versus Kentucky, striking potential jurors based on race is unconstitutional. So that's what that case was going over. And you had Ruth Bader Ginsburg jump in there at the 1956 mark. And it sounded like her. But again, there's no picture. So what is her current state of health? We will be looking into that for sure. Of course, we're keeping eyes and ears open for anything. We're waiting on D-class on the FISA. All right. We're going to look at the 302s, the first paragraph of why the whole thing was started, who started it exactly. And, you know, we know it wasn't started on any good reason. We already know this, but we got to wait on the official paperwork to come out to pound it into these other people's heads. All right. The conspiracy theorists now on the other side. All right. That's what we just went through for 2-3 years with the media. You have the head of CNN coming out saying, we're not investigators, we're journalists. They're not journalists either. You've been wrong. Yes, there was an investigation going on, but it was started by these same people that you guys work with. So you sided with them instead of doing the right thing and doing a little bit of investigative journalism. You idiots. All right, here we go. I'm Mike. This is a Patriot Hour. Thanks for stopping in, joining in. We'll be back here soon, later today. I'm actually going to put out another video right now and then get ready for our live stream at around 12:30, most likely. So, all right, again, have a great morning into your afternoon. God bless, Godspeed each and every one of you, and we'll see you back here on the next Patriot Hour update video coming real soon.